All right, everyone. Welcome to Harvest Valley. We'll be playing some Burning Wheel, and I'm pretty excited. It's been a little while since we've all gotten together, and um, well, it's been a week. That's like a little while. So,
I mean,
uh,
it's just so weird. We're not meeting each other 5 times a week to play 5 different games.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly,
Yep.
exactly.
Like, it's just once a week. I mean, it feels like so long.
I mean, especially since I've been playing in Eric's Fever Swamp game,
Oh,
uh,
yeah?
like
Is that like
twice a
every
week.
night?
He's playing it every night. He is
I know.
crazy.
Eric's apparently doing a full time Twitch GM.
Yeah,
So,
and it's great.
I
So
haven't had a good time to jump in. All of the times have been not good for me.
that's really too bad because
I
it's a
mean,
lot of fun. So hopefully you
s-
can find a time that lines up because it's cool.
so tell me this. How much is Eric channeling Steven?
Mm, if he was channeling Stephen more, then I don't think that the knife-legged creatures would have ever been called shadow raptors. I
Hmm.
don't know if that makes sense, but
Yeah.
I mean, the real question is how many boobs do Shadow Raptors have?
I mean
Right?
none. But we
Oh,
haven't we
okay,
haven't
so it's
actually
not
made it
all.
to. I
He's
mean, no,
not
no, 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 no,
all.
no, no, no. This is the other part of Steven. We're,
Okay,
we're still
okay.
waiting to get upon the swamp witch. When we find the swamp witch, I think that's when we're
Disease
gonna
everywhere.
find like the breasts that have sickly, gross things that leak out of them.
hmm
The
Probably five or
warts.
six.
The lawn of warts.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
that's neither here nor there. That's what I've been doing with a lot of my time. And it's pretty fun, and anyone watching can play too. Uh, Check it out. Um, what am I doing? What are you doing? Let's go around the circle. Sam, how are you?
I'm pretty good. My PC is back. Um, or
Oh yeah,
rebuilt.
mine too. Like just just like an hour ago, I set it up, and I already forgot.
So that's good. Uh, I've been watching the new HBO show with Bill Hader, Barry, which if you haven't watched is really really funny if you have HBO. It's about how Bill Hader plays an assassin who follows someone who's supposed to go to an acting class and gets brought up on stage and then decides his calling is acting. Um, and it's really funny. And also, there's a character that reminds me a whole lot of Vincent Cogsworth because he's just like an incredibly cheery Chechen mobster that murders people. It's like, wow. Other than that, uh, what else have I been doing? Um, Playing games and um, yeah, that's all I got. I'm Sam, by the way. Twitch.tv/wizardfool, Twitter at the wizardfool. I play Ned Rollins. I'm stuck underground, bleeding.
On fire, underground, suffocating.
I forgot I was on fire too.
Yeah, that whole being on fire thing is not really conducive to either one of our healths. We're probably gonna be in trouble. I feel
Good,
like.
good,
I
good,
feel like.
good.
But the good kind of trouble.
Maybe.
Good.
Uh. That's a good transition. How about you, Golden? How's your week been?
I got a crown yesterday, and so I just been sleeping. Sleeping's
Oh,
good though. I had like crazy
Definitely.
dreams. Crazy medication dreams.
Oh man, crowns are, well, they're better than open teeth wounds, but still.
Ooh, I don't want to hear about that. I had a root canal once, um, for a tooth where like the side fell off. It took me like months to get into get fixed. I didn't have insurance at the time. Well, I did, but I didn't have a dentist that would take my insurance. So yeah, finding a dentist that took my insurance took months, and the tooth was dead by then. Well, not this time. I've already went through that hell once. So this time it just took like $1,000 because my insurance wouldn't cover it. Money's
Frustrating.
gone. Oh well, I'll get more money. That's how it works, right?
Pretty much, pretty much. How about you, Adam? How's your life been?
My life's been great. As usual, I'm sucked up in creating things, but I'm creating different kinds of things now. So that's been very good. As for shouting myself out, I have redeemed myself. It's illegible. This was never a good idea.
So Adam, are you creating both
It was-
dreams and nightmares?
Check out for more.
All right.
There's the bird right there, illegible. There's the.
Oh.
I've been doing April TTRPG Maker. Please love me. I missed out on the past 3.
Oh man,
I would
those
give you a hug.
questions were like those questions made my skin itch. I couldn't do it. I was like, these guys want to know all my secrets. No.
No, April TTRPG Maker is super fun. It's just for some of them I don't have good answers. Like, what's your workspace look like?
I have a chair in which I think sometimes.
Yeah. My workspace
Oh,
is not very good.
Yeah.
Is it named Thinky McChair?
It's named going to the dumpster soon chair.
Yeah.
The upholstery is ripped off. One of the arms is broken off.
Mhm.
And doesn't lock in place at all. So its days are numbered.
Mm.
Soon I'll have nowhere to think.
And no thoughts either.
It'll be
Nope.
hard. It'll be hard when you can't think.
Then the only time to think will be in the shower.
Yeah,
As you do. As
that's
you
a good
do.
place to think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go check out Dark Lavender Void.
Definitely. Dark Lavender Void's pretty cool. They're making some pretty cool games. And talking about that, apparently.
Yeah.
Cool.
This is also very good.
Yeah, that's everybody. So we are here to play some Burning Wheel. And the main thing you do in Burning Wheel is you have some beliefs.
Oh, I forgot
Yeah.
to write those. Shh.
You have no beliefs then. That means you're not your character anymore.
Get heck,
Well-
Sam. I remembered. I'm good though.
I was in the middle of
Yeah.
writing mine down.
Okay, so do we want me to go first so that people have time to write their own?
Yes.
Okay. Do you need me to linger?
Yes.
Feel free to expound upon these beliefs.
So, Esteban has this instinct, but I have this instinct too. When there's a lull in conversation, tell a weird story. So I'm going to tell you a weird story about this strange little man in a fictional universe called Harvest Valley, whose name is Esteban. Let's talk about his other instincts too. He also has a second instinct.
I thought you were gonna like break into Bel Air rap with that, right? There once was a man,
No.
Esteban. Okay, you won't do it.
Esteban Clemens. His life got turned upside down when he fell under a plow, and he just lay down there until his friends came for him in the middle of the night.
In the middle of the night, he was somnambulating in his sleep.
When he gets mad or upset, he sings his heart out like this. That's his first instinct, but we went backwards.
Oh my goodness. It's making
Let's
it
just stick
really
to
hard
beliefs.
to concentrate. I'm just saying.
Let's just stick to beliefs. I don't think they can write with her goofing around. Yeah, here's the flutes go.
Keep going up the list to our beliefs. Harvest Valley is losing its origin.
Here's one thing I need to know. I have persona marked for the belief about clearing the mine, but that has to be incorrect, right? Because I just remember getting my ass kicked by a worm.
I remember you being incredulous about it last time.
This is burning wheel, right? Yeah. You succeed at life by failing.
Well, but if it's resolved, but I don't think it is. I still want to clear the mine out.
It's resolved.
Is it though? Is the mine clear?
We had this conversation at the end of last time.
Yep. It's clear.
Everybody's positions were exactly the same.
Fine.
Anyway. Plowing on ahead. I didn't read my belief. Okay. My first belief is I should go back to Stockchester and do my part to make Harvest Valley a better place, only this time with my voice instead of my back. Belief number 2, these Hardlands are literally killing me, extremely physically and even more so spiritually. I will ask Ashlyn how I can find inner peace under the grace and guidance of the Harvest Goddess. My third belief is Harvest Valley is losing its origins. Bastions and hotels are springing up everywhere. I have to create time for Ash, who's Ashlyn's duplicate, to talk to her about becoming the next clockmaker. And my traits are, scroll down, odd, bad influence, curly hair, moldy, battered, somnambulist, which means sleepwalker, tight-knit, observant of rituals, gossip. I have a bad back. I have an affinity for sheep and goats, and I am a deep sleeper.
All right.
That's Esteban.
I am actually ready and after this time.
Good. I'm glad I bought enough time. That was all for.
So, Ashlyn is a farmer, per se. But right now, she's stuck in the mines with Ned. And Ned is stuck underground. And so we need to make sure that he gets back safely. Then research. I'm going to study anything I found in the mines carefully to see if there's leads for separating Ash from the mirror. And finally, my faithful belief: rare seeds lead to profitable harvests. I will find seeds of a variety that even Rachel does not have. Instincts: always pick wildflowers or berries. Always wake up at 6 a.m. sharp and never stay up past 2 a.m. in the morning. And always presume the best of people. My traits are opportunistic, tenacious, grit under her fingernails, urbane, faithful, familiar face, curse of the night, aura of determination. All pretty good stuff.
Cool.
Also, Estini, thank you for the host. All right, and what about Ned?
My beliefs are time to learn to architect. I should get healed up so I can show that worm who is boss. When the brewery is done, I will need to hire workers. And Esteban is hurt. I'll make sure he isn't going to starve when winter comes.
Oh, really? We're back to that, are we?
Well, that was my belief last time that I never got to do anything about, but now I'm hurt, so it makes it even more interesting. So I decided I would keep it.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were just super pissed at Esteban. Okay.
Why was I? Maybe I
Oh,
was.
you don't remember?
Why was I
Okay.
pissed at
That's
Esteban?
convenient.
Don't worry. You don't need to remember.
No, hold on. I want to remember.
Please don't.
What happened?
I
Who remembers? Kelsa, do you remember?
guess being buried underground has made you forget. It's
No.
called temporary amnesia.
That's not really how that works. I mean, I guess I don't know. I can't really.
Do you remember how Esteban got hurt last time?
Yeah, the carriage, or no, like trying to like carry the plow or something like that.
No, not at
That's
all.
how he hurt his back.
Nope.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, but he hurt himself again last time.
Oh right, he fell down and busted up my barrel. But I still had a belief from before because I still don't want him to stop.
You still don't want him to starve. All right, it's good.
I mean,
Good.
Ned's
I'm
not-
kind of mad, but I don't really want him to starve.
Like, look, Ned's not a monster. He doesn't just want this guy to starve because he's angry at him.
Esteban's like those dogs that are smiling, but they're only smiling because they're extremely afraid.
Oh.
Well, now we gotta give Esteban scritches. Scritch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So let's get to this burning wheel stuff. Coincidentally, you're both on fire. Esteban's not on fire though.
Yeah, being on fire is kind of a bad scene. How do I stop that, like, being on fire thing?
Well, you succeeded last session at a persuasion roll. Because you spent a bunch of fate and traits and other stuff. And what that persuasion roll was to convince the I'm calling it a fire centipede, even though it doesn't only have legs, because I think it's like a sandworm, and it has all these articulated plates all over it.
Mm-hmm.
But I imagine its mouth is like a centipede, and you convinced it that it shouldn't eat everything that it wants. I think at that point, you pass out from being on fire.
Oh, okay.
And you're going to wake up later. And Sam, you're also passed out because of the fire, and also being buried under the dirt.
I'm underground.
Yep. So Esteban, you see like this giant gout of flame with like this golden flame inside the middle of the jet of flame,
Mhm.
and it like bursts out of the cave entrance and flies into the sky. And then slowly on the ground in front of you, like a ghostly figure of Ashlyn and Ned appear on the ground. They seem to have none of their equipment. They're only like, you know how in an MMO when you take off all your clothes, you still have these rags.
Uh-huh.
They're like wearing like underwear rags.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
And they're both passed out. Both of them are like pretty burnt up.
Mhm. Oh my! I'm gonna have to go to that dungeon. At least I have my staff with me, and I just like blind leading the blind. I'm going to go into the dungeon to pull them out and bring them to Dr. Donna.
Oh, they appear like on the ground in front of you.
Like get
Oh,
teleported.
I thought I was seeing like through the ground to see where they were.
Nah.
Okay.
It's like,
Yeah.
They like return to the spawn point kind of
Gotcha.
thing. Yeah.
So what am I supposed to do in these sorts of situations? Like, can I take them to Dr. Donna?
Yeah, you can load them in your carriage.
Okay, cool. That is exactly what I'll do then. I'll try to put them in a comfortable spot.
I don't think there's such a thing as a comfortable spot when your entire body is burnt.
Exactly.
But you try.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, you bring them to Dr. Donna. Dr. Donna's like, oh no, this is horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
do you need help with a stretcher? And I'm
He's
like,
like,
oh wait, I'm probably not the best person.
yeah, you really can't. Like, it's amazing you got them on the cart at all. But because death isn't really on the table here, we'll just say you managed it somehow.
Exactly.
So you're all in Dr. Donna's office, and Dr. Donna's like, "Oh, this is horrible. And the only thing I can do now is there's a magical salve that I can use to heal all these horrible wounds. I only use it in a time when many in the town have been afflicted with a terrible injury at the same time. That's what's happened here. And it's a very expensive potion.
Anything, it's worth it.
Okay.
Are they conscious right now?
They can be if they want.
Sure.
Sure.
As long as your fort would be, all your stats would be above a 1. If you have, all your guys' stats are above a 3, right?
Yeah.
3 or more? Okay, yeah, you can be awake.
Yeah. My lowest stat is a 3. So I'm okay.
Okay, you're just barely conscious then.
Yeah.
My lowest stat is a 4.
Alright, you're fine. So you can hear Dr. Donna talking to Esteban about this.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Well, I'm not gonna say anything.
Okay.
I'll pay. I'll pay for both of us. Help, please.
Ashlyn, if it makes it easier, I'll pitch in too.
Okay.
Ed's just gonna like pull out a, like little like piece of paper. And he's gonna pull out this piece of paper and just like flick it at the doctor. And he doesn't know what's actually on it, but what that actually he just went to the bank and told them, I want something so that people stop side-eyeing me when I tell them I have money. Because every time Ned like goes to like pay for something, everyone like looks at him like he just robbed a bank or something. So he went to the bank like, I want everyone to stop looking at me like some kind of fool when I like produce money. And so it's like a letter of credit.
Okay.
So legit, yeah.
Alright, so let's
What's,
make a resources dust, huh?
What resource are we looking at?
I think it's going to be an OBS 5 resources dust.
Okay.
You guys should probably help me. That's the only way we have any shot of making this.
I mean, I've got 4 cash days.
That's a fair point. I mean, you can loan cash dice to anyone, though.
Yeah.
True.
It's up to you. If you want to make the test, I'm fine helping you. It really depends on what kind of test you need.
I mean, I need routine, really, so...
Then you probably are going to want to make the test yourself.
Yeah.
I can't imagine Ob 5 is a routine for you.
No. It would be a challenging test for me, but I could really use the routine, so...
I think it's up to you because it's your cash dice. If we want to totally maximize success, the best option is for probably me to roll. But I could use the challenging more, and you could use the routine more.
Yeah.
So we might as well just
Plus,
pull.
fictionally, I said that I was going to pay first, so.
Sure.
Yeah.
You can also use my 2D fund and my help. So I'm giving you 3 dice total.
Okay.
Actually, I don't know if you heard this or not, but actually Esteban was the first to say that he would pay. But I like that everybody was like, "No, Esteban's just doing his."
I
thing.
mean, does Esteban have any money?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I have
Uh,
one.
are you gonna-
resources. It's
Are
not
you
a
going to
good-
help?
I am going to help.
Okay. Okay. So that's 4. On top of my 3, so that's 7. I'm going to spend 3 cash dice to make it 10.
I think you can also loan funds, can't you?
Yeah, 2 of the dice she already counted are from my fund.
And you can only
Okay.
use 1 fund at a time.
Correct.
Right.
So unless
Okay.
unless Esteban's fund is bigger.
It
Yeah.
used to be bigger, but it's not right now.
Okay.
All right. So if you succeed, you get the magical cell, and all 3 of your dice penalties will go away.
That would be.
If you
I only have
fail,
2 dice of penalties.
yeah, you all have exactly 2 dice of penalties.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
If you
But-
fail,
All 3 of us will get our wounds healed.
yeah, all 3 of you. If you fail, you'll get one of them removed, and you'll have to go on a quest to replace Dr. Donna's supplies.
Okay.
That sounds legit.
Okay.
All right. I'm not gonna spend any Artha on this. Base obstacle is 5. Okay. I'm gonna re-roll that one.
Mhm.
Yes.
I'll do it.
Nice.
Phew. Okay.
All right. So, Dr. Donna applies the salve to all of you. It smells like cucumbers and horseradish, and it's really good stuff. Like, it just wipes the burns away, like all the scar tissue and everything. But you are, Ashlyn and Ned, you are both left with a scar. It looks like. You ever had this like string of bites? Like there's a bite, and then there's further down your legs another bite, and further down. It's like there's a series of 7 of these marks that remain after everything else has been healed.
And that's where?
On your, let me just roll for this. So, it's on Ashlyn's foot, and
Okay.
it's on Ned's neck.
Makes Ned look real handsome, Lack.
Yeah, it's a cool scar.
Okay. Awesome.
And it kind of looks like it's a pattern of some sort.
I'm marking it down as a character trait, since it's a distinctive thing that people would notice about my character, assuming they ever saw her barefoot.
If they ever saw your foot, if you wear those cute sandals, then there you go.
You know I'm gonna. Summer's here, so I gotta wear the cute sandals. It's
Yep.
legit important. I'll make sure that I make belief about that next time I'm wearing sandals.
Cool.
Well, we need to find out what's in the bottom of those mines. And
I'm going to get that worm.
are you gonna tell us that the worm like flew off in the sky and left?
I didn't see. I was underground.
No, not you. Esteban.
Yeah, Esteban we'll talk about. Like, whenever there's a lull in conversation, he's going to tell the story about how there's like a giant comet coming out of the ground and going back up into the sky, which he feels very good about because he missed the festival where there was a giant slime comet, but he was trapped under the plow.
Okay.
He's glad he got to see the comet finally.
Oh, I'm going to get that worm.
I don't know about that, but I do want to see if it really left me. Be able to declare it as completely cleaned out and find what was stored there at the bottom. Stop by the Faust Mansion and see if our stuff appeared in the stuff room.
Yep, it's all in the treasure room. Or you can resupply.
Resupply.
Mhm.
This is a good time for us to talk to Ash, actually.
Yeah, Ash is probably like worried. All this stuff just appeared. There's also like
We're
a stack
okay now.
of books that also appeared.
Oh, it just like appeared there too. Okay.
I bet that living in this mansion must be a horrifying experience for that very reason.
Right? This is why
Just see
we.
this room that signals that people are suffering.
Oh my goodness. There's a whole stack of books too. Oh, this is great, Ash. There may be a way to separate you from the mirror listed, and or at least somewhere to start. And
Oh, if you still think that's best.
I do. I think so. We were talking. We were talking with Mr. Carmichael about helping you with your clocks, and just wanted to know if you would be interested in moving into town if you were given an opportunity.
Well, it would be nice to, have more company.
Ash?
Not many people are too afraid to come out to the mansion.
And then, like, Esteban's heart, like, breaks because, just, like, in empathy, because the Hardlands are also, like, one of these, like, nobody in Harvest Valley can get there because there's monsters.
Literal
in the way.
monsters. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. And he's like, Ash, wherever you go, do you want to move in together with me and be roommates?
Whoa. That's very forward.
I think you should make a persuade check about that.
Ooh.
Let's see
Where
here.
are my stats? Aha. This is interesting.
If her stats are based off of Ashland's, and she has a 4 will.
Yeah, so 4 will.
What happens if I fail?
Oh, she's just gonna be really nervous and decline.
Gotcha. Okay.
Do you have persuasion?
I do have persuasion, and it's actually pretty good. I got a 4.
I would have helped if you didn't have persuasion.
Wait.
Sounds like
Well,
you
that
need
doesn't have
challenging
persuasion.
persuasion.
I don't have persuasion, so I can't help.
I do have persuasion, but I don't think Ashlyn would help. I think she's a little dumbfounded, like that you just are you gonna ask this, and so she doesn't
it's a
know
little forward.
what to add, like to add to this on either side. Like,
I mean, I
it's
feel like
sort of a good idea,
Esteban's
but
being kind of innocent here about this.
no,
but
he is. But I think the thing is that he's being innocent about it. But I don't know if that's not Ashlyn's first thought, and so
probably not.
when there's this moment, it just kind of stops her for a second because she's like, I don't think he means what I think he means. And then by the time like all of that processes, the moment will have passed.
Maybe
Yeah.
he does mean what you think he means.
Or maybe he doesn't.
Maybe he does.
Maybe he's sleepwalking. I don't really remember this.
That's how
Oh,
he's
this is
so
bad.
competent. That's how he's so confident.
Oh, this went to a bad place for me actually because I have heard bad stories about people who do things in their sleep and it's not good. No. Let's see what my forks are.
Yeah, I got this story about I was asleep in college and my roommate brought his girlfriend in. I said some things I think are pretty embarrassing.
I think you've said this before.
Yeah.
It haunts him even to this day.
It haunts me. Because, like, I didn't think I would talk in my sleep before that.
Yeah.
And now I'm always, like, worried about what I'm saying in my sleep.
Okay, I've looked over my forks, and the two that I am maybe seeing are falsehood from. He might be, like, not telling the truth about certain things, like.
Like, you're hoping she pays her rent?
Yeah, let's establish this a little bit more, actually, what this conversation is like. Do we get into, like, a conversation about, like, what being a roommate with Esteban might be like? Like, we have to have the conversation where it's like, I do a lot of cooking at home. That could be an asset for you, you know, like.
So I don't really think of it as a conversation, simply because I think Ash would be too shy to, like, even, consider it deeply.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's like when someone asks you something and it's just too overwhelming for you to process right now.
It's very, like, persuasion.
Right.
So this is like all Esteban giving
In order to have that conversation, we need to make this check, which is
Exactly.
again why I don't think that Ashlyn is helping, is because I think it probably strikes both of them, since they're a reflection of each other, a little bit the same way. It's a little bit dumbfounding. So
it's like, if you succeed, it doesn't mean she processed it. It just means that she agreed without processing it.
Okay. So I'm going to lie and say that I've kept my house out in the Hardlands in really good order. I've tried sometimes, but I haven't been, like, diligent about it, and I'm gonna really exaggerate and say that I've been keeping house with a whole lighthouse, and I haven't really maintained it that well.
But no one's ever going out there to check, so
Yeah, exactly. And I'm also forking in haggling because I am trying to, like, figure out, like, what our cut of, like, dividing up the rent should be.
I don't think haggling.
I don't feel like that helps you convince her to move in.
Okay.
Like I said, you're not really having, like, a logical discussion here. It's like, it's so emotional, right? Like, if you are using falsehood, you're just increasing the emotional load she has.
Mm-hmm.
But she's not able to haggle with you right now.
That is pretty legit. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Let's hold on 1 second. I forgot that I forked in falsehood. So that's 1 fork. I'm going to double up on persona on this because I like the change that this could imply.
Sure.
Base obstacle 4. Let's see how this goes.
All right.
Swimmingly.
So I think she's like,
Mm.
oh, okay. And she's like, what did I just say?
Awkward.
Yeah, that could be a really good idea. You can help each other out.
Yeah, they can help each other out. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been taking care of animals forever. What am I going to do with my animals?
Oh, really?
We'll figure out that later.
You've been taking care. Oh man.
This is like the
Oh.
most Ned has ever said, ever.
Well, like he was making an innuendo, and then you were like, "Yeah, I have been."
Ned,
taking
aren't you
care
out of
of
the,
it."
are you out of the loop? I know you've been down in that tavern in the cavern for so long, but don't you know that I raise animals? I have an affinity for sheep and goats. You might say. Ned,
You
where
know,
have you been?
Esteban, what you do in your own time is your business.
I think Ash
hard work.
says, well, you could keep your animals here on the mansion. I'm sure Ned could help put up some fences.
It's been really hard on my back.
Your back feels great, by the way.
Yeah.
In fact, you should remove the bad back trait, or whatever that was.
It's perfect. I will
Well-
do that.
That's me who has that trait.
You should remove it
We
too.
both.
Oh, really? I'd get rid of my chronic back pain.
Yeah.
At least until you spend another year sleeping on a couch. Or 6 months sleeping on a couch.
Mhm.
I don't know if Kelso,
Well,
you
I
had
don't
a.
plan on stopping, so.
I mean, you just gotta. I mean, you're back to it not being painful, and then eventually it's gonna be painful again. That's all.
Yeah.
I'm back to it. Not
Ooh.
Okay. So, great.
So Esteban's just in this fog of excitement. He's just like walking really heavily everywhere. He's so excited, and he's like, oh, going back a second. Yeah. That sounds like a great idea. I can probably take them to the Palace Mansion, and they'll probably have a lot better time around there. They have been eating slimes out there. That's been bad. Palace Mansion has more grass.
worry.
That should probably be better for them.
Until they start eating ghosts.
Do you really think that might happen?
I'm not sure. I didn't know about the slimes before. Anything goes.
I guess that's true. Well,
Well, actually, like, I haven't seen any ghosts recently.
that's good.
Oh.
I'm glad to hear it, actually. The ghosts were not very nice.
Oh. And Dr. Don just has, like, this mischievous grin.
Wait, when was she here?
She's the doctor.
Yeah, but I thought we went to the Faust Mansion to meet with Ash.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I thought we did too.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah, she's not here. Never mind.
Because we were getting our stuff from the treasure room.
You're right.
Uh,
You're right.
I just like the imagery, though.
She has her mischievous grin.
she
See
back.
it.
We
How
just
funny.
we just get a smash cut over to Dr. Donna's office, where she
Yeah.
has a mischievous grin for absolutely no reason, and then
Absolutely
we cut back.
no reason. Yeah.
And the audience is like, "What was that about?" And then we're gonna find out like 5 sessions later.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, so I think that Ashlyn is gonna sit down and start reading through these books, and if anybody wants to join her, that would be super cool. But
All right.
uh,
Can't read.
I don't know who else besides her and Ash can even read. So
I can't.
I I think maybe Esteban sits down on the ground and like a kid waiting for a story to be told to him. He's just like going to listen to what you talk about when you read these books together.
Do you two want to try and learn to read?
No.
Are we there now? I want to learn to read because I'm addicted to learning skills.
I would like to do something else while they're trying to learn to read.
Okay. What do you want to?
I want to try to. Well, hold on. So the worm isn't still in the cave, so I can't fight it.
I didn't say you can't fight it. You want to try and find out where the worm is?
Well, no, I want to clear out the cave.
Okay.
What can I do here? I would like to I want to start like fashioning out of my traveling gear that I replaced, that I had to replace that one time, but that I still have. And I want to like try to fasten like a like rope contraption so that the next time that I wrangle with the beast, I can really like choke it out. Because I almost won the wrestling match last time, and I'm gonna get it this time.
So you want to make like a sandworm garret?
Yeah, basically, I want to essentially make like a bit so that I can like make like a ring and like wrangle it. I'm
All
trying
right, so
to
you gotta
wrangle
like.
it. I'm trying to like model it off of like what like you would do if you're trying to like wrangle a bull. You know what I mean?
So I think you're gonna need the knots skill.
There's a rigging skill.
No, I think it's knots.
I don't think
almost
knots is
recall-
a skill, but I'll look it up.
Okay.
I will too.
I think it's rope use or
Because
knots or
holy
something like
shit,
that.
knots is a skill.
I was about to say, it sounds really familiar. It's right under the dragon. Appropriate, kind of.
So securing a person is a versus test. But I'm not trying to, I'm just trying to like set up my
Right. What page is knots on?
280.
Yep.
280. Hmm. Okay. So it had a strength of 6. So you would need an obs of 4.
To like help myself with this.
To make a harness that would just work on it.
But that's not what I want. I want something to help me wrestle it. I don't want to just like get this for free, man.
I'm not getting it for free. You gotta do an obs 4 test. And even then, like, that just means you have a weapon to use on it. It doesn't mean that
All right.
you automatically choke it out.
All right, I'm with you. I'm following. All right, so it's either perception or agility. I'll use agility.
Okay.
Isn't it perception and agility?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but when
Yeah.
you learning,
Oh, when
you
you're
can
learning,
choose.
it's whichever. Oh, you're right. I forgot you're learning. Okay, got it.
Yeah, I don't have the knot skill, believe it or not. Unfortunately.
I mean, you definitely don't have a skill you didn't know existed.
Correct. Cool. All right. Do I get I'll take my time.
Okay.
Oh wait, hold on.
Oh no!
Never mind. I won't take my time because I want the difficult the agility test.
Whoa.
All right. So yeah, you failed. So I'll just tell you what happened
She's
is
fine.
everything okay, Kelsey?
Oh, the dog just jumped off my lap and took my headphone cable with her.
Oh no, that must hurt.
Well,
Oh,
it's her
she's fine.
headphone cable.
So.
Okay. So what's the problem is that uh the worm had like terrible mandibles of teeth, and you didn't like harden or oh my gosh, you didn't strengthen the rope any, so it's going to be very easy for it to bite through when you finally try and use this harness.
Fine. I will destroy this worm yet.
All right. Meanwhile, you guys are trying to read. Esteban,
Hmm.
why don't you make a reading test and add 2 dice? Because I think both Ash and Ashlyn are trying to help you read.
Yeah,
Like,
okay.
I see you each have like a book in front of you, and like
Mm-hmm.
every time Esteban has trouble with a word, they're like, "That's a letter A. It's not even a word."
I mean, the letter A is a word, but also it's not.
You try and
Anyway.
explain it, and it's just too complicated for Esteban.
That's
if he
pretty
fails,
hard.
if he fails,
It's a hard concept. Don't
What
feel bad.
what is Esteban's ob?
just to read.
Yeah.
Let me look at reading.
Depends what you're reading usually.
Reading
Mhm.
is perception only, or is it perception and will? Or
I think it's
Hold on,
perception.
it is perception only.
okay, cool.
I feel like you're just trying to read one page.
Yeah.
So let's say obs 2.
Cool.
Meanwhile, Ash and Ashlyn are at obs 4 because they're both trying to read their own books.
Oh boy, this is bad. My reading is not good.
Mm.
I'm gonna fail this. But that'll give me a challenging read test, so that'll be great.
Okay.
Get hacked.
Oh.
Get hacked. Get
You
hacked.
read a page.
Wow, nice. Actually, you know what? I am gonna spend it. Gosh, no. Even if I spend both my persona, it would be 4 dice versus 4. That's not good. Hold on a second. I have magic. Let's magic this up. Why don't
Okay.
why don't I just magic this up? So, Harvest Goddess, I want to help bring life into this world and make sure that Ash can live to her fullest potential and help me find the answers that I'm looking for in these pages. So I'm asking for aid, which is up
Okay.
4.
Now I'm just gonna throw this out there. I don't want to be a stick in the mud, but how helpful is the Harvest Goddess's domain when it comes to reading?
I mean,
Surprisingly helpful.
All right, there you go.
It's all about the motivation behind it, you know.
Good answer. All right, I'll take it.
Let's go.
It's not for me.
I mean, the Harvest Goddess doesn't
No, it didn't go
Look,
through.
just
I
make
already
it rain.
accepted. I just had to ask. I was just asking.
Okay.
I just asked. We're good.
Okay, it didn't go through the first time. Try again. No.
Okay.
Ooh. All right, I'm gonna reroll a traitor for 1 fate. No, not one.
Do 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 do.
Okay. Oh, ouch.
Oof.
Failure.
I
All right.
do not find the answers
You're
here.
about to get smited. Smited.
All right. You either roll the book, roll your read skill, Ashlyn.
Okay.
Accept your failure.
I am. I accept my failure. All right. Read, no modifiers. Wait. Are there any modifiers here? Can I fork right? No, I could fork researched.
No,
Do I have
you can fork research.
I do not have research. Can I fork paperwork wise?
If I could turn my head upside down right now, I would do that.
I'd take that as a no. Accounting, bureaucracy, ledger wise, none of that's gonna fork in there. Okay.
You can use ledger wise or paperwork wise, because it's kind of like, yeah, you're looking for how to help Ash, right?
Yeah.
So you're kind of like looking like, it's kind of like, yeah, kind of like paperwork. A recipe would kind of be like paperwork.
Observation.
Or like instructions. No.
Cooking, if it's like a recipe.
No, it's not like a recipe.
Uh,
It's like a recipe, but it's not actually a recipe.
Adventure wise? No? Okay.
Okay, yeah.
You'll take it? Okay.
Yeah.
Modifiers are 3.
Okay.
No Artha.
No.
Wow. Ugh. Not worth it. Not worth it at all.
Womp womp.
Ouch. Well, I don't know how to help you, Ash. I'm so sorry.
So Esteban's reading this page. It's got like this picture of a mirror on it, and there's these runes around the arch side of the picture. He's trying to read the runes. And there's like this, the page he's reading is in like 3 different languages. And he figures out enough that he figures out there's 2 ways to make this mirror. There's the light way and there's the dark way. A mirror made of the light, you would have to dig out diamonds out of the sand. But a mirror made of the dark, you could make with charcoal from a burnt tree that was hit by lightning.
Interesting.
Ashlyn, do you feel... I think I know the answer to this question, but do you want to go back in the ground to find diamonds anytime soon?
If that's what it'll take.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, I'm feeling better now, so I could help if you wanted me to.
I always like your help.
Splendid. On the other hand, there's the other option.
Other option?
Yeah, it says down here that we could, if we find a tree that's been struck by lightning, we could also make the mirror out of that. There's 2 ways, apparently.
Well, I was hoping we could separate Ash from a mirror instead of making an entirely new one. But
I'm up for anything.
You'd have to read more to figure out how to do that.
well, if you found this, and maybe the answer we're looking for is somewhere in here.
Sure thing. You want to try this book? I'm kind of sleepy now.
Can both Ash and Ashlyn read the book together to maybe find something more out?
Sure. Okay. Yeah, you
I have
can
a question.
help each other. What?
Is Esteban actually multilingual? Because you said the book was written in multiple languages. Is he maybe cross-referencing, like, because maybe his family knew or spoke like a little bit of a different language growing
Well,
up?
Esteban is being taught by Ash and Ashlyn. Really should ask if they're multilingual.
Do you have the foreign language skill?
I do not.
Nope. Unless
So
you count
probably-
math as a foreign language.
Math
No.
is a wonderful thing.
No, okay.
Math is magic. Okay.
Okay.
So I think what's happening is like you're able to read one of the languages on the page, but not all of them.
Okay. So we're gonna need to like find someone to translate the rest of this or something?
Maybe.
Okay. Maybe we can circle up someone who speaks one of these other languages.
Well, is Ned still there? No, he's not, right?
No, Ned went off
No,
to do Ned's thing.
I'm there. I'm just making the thing there.
Oh,
Okay.
you're making it there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Legit.
Ned doesn't speak any foreign languages either, though, I don't think.
I think Ned would suspect that his architect master would speak multiple languages.
Oh, okay.
Don't you tell me what Ned would suspect.
Okay, what does Ned suspect?
I think he suspects that the architect might know more than one.
Ooh, I didn't think of that. But you can try and find somebody else.
I mean, don't we want to go tell your architect that we cleared out the mines anyway?
I'm still confused as to whether we did clear out the mines.
Well, let's go find out if we cleared out the mines then.
All right, let's go do that.
Mhm.
I want to hunt
All
down
right.
this worm, so I'm down to go to the mines.
Okay.
Just for one thing, at some point, I want Ashlyn to like connect with me over the Harvest Goddess because I just feel like lost and stuff relating to Harvest Valley. So that's one of my beliefs. So whenever we want to do that is good with me. If we want to do it right now, great. But I just did a thing. So
You
we
want
can
to
do it
try and
later.
connect?
Yeah. You want to do it?
How do you connect? Like, what is
I feel
the?
like it makes sense after like trying to pray over the books, and then I wind up succeeding at reading for the very first time in my life. Like for the first time, like something makes sense, and then I'm going to be like, Ashlyn, I've actually been meaning to talk to you about this when I come back to town, but whenever I come back to town, something always comes up. I've been feeling kind of a bit down, a little confused. I don't know quite how to put it, but I'm also just feeling like a little sad about, you know, how Harvest Valley doesn't have clocks yet. We're still waiting for Ash to, like, looking at Ash, like, to put up her first clock. I'm just, I feel like I want to connect more to Harvest Valley itself, and I've been in the Hardlands forever, and I feel like one way to do it might be to start worshiping the Harvest Goddess more actively instead of just having it in the back of my mind.
Well, that would be a great thing, and I suppose I could help you with that some. I am the chosen of the harvest goddess was second choice, but you know what I mean. And one thing the harvest goddess showed to me is that the core of the harvest is profit. And if your harvest is your sheep, then you can pray to the harvest goddess by selling it and making a big profit.
Oh, this is the word of the.
It is though.
I mean, I remember those spreadsheet shaped crops. That's one of the best things you ever came up with. I love it.
So good.
Spreadsheet crops. Oh yeah. Yeah, auto calculate on too. So when you
Of
pick
course.
one berry, the other berry falls off.
I can't actually roleplay because I'm laughing so hard.
It's a little early than we normally take a break, but do you want to take a quick break right now? You can
Maybe.
stop laughing and I can get a drink.
Sounds good.
All right. Let me pull up our timer doodle.